Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel Secrets of a Busy Mum. I am Allison Marie and I'm here today to share with you how to start a budget for beginners. So if you are someone who wants to start a budget, to take the power and control back from money and give it to yourselves so you can start living a life by design and not by default, stay tuned because I'm going to share all the juice. Budgeting. When you hear budgeting, I bet you are sitting there going, oh, no, I don't want to be restricted. I don't want to live in a world where I have to do maths every day and think about where my money is going. Is it going A, B, C, D? Well, here's the thing. If you want to create a life that is fulfilling and allows you to live your best life every day, it starts with money. Hate to say it, but it does. So let's change that mindset a bit from restriction around the word budgeting to thinking it is giving you permission to spend. So let's get started and I'm going to teach you how to budget. To start off with, you must understand your spending. And yes, that means going back over your spending history for at least the last 3 months to know where your money is actually going. Because if you don't know where it's going, you can't change your habits to put it to where it needs to be. And to do this, it's basically, if you're like me and have a creative mind, you need to grab some colourful highlighters or some fine liners and just start colour coding. Break everything in your budget down to categories, whether it's for entertainment, housing, expenses, whether it's for bills, whether you're paying off debt, whether you're spending money on clothes or food. Put every single thing in a different colour so that when you look over it, you can just add up the numbers and know how much is going where. The next thing you need to do is to actually know what your income is. When was the last time you checked your pay stubs? Do you know how much you are getting each week, each fortnight, each month? How often are you getting paid? What days do you get paid? So go back, work out how much you are actually getting after tax that comes into your bank account. Because from there, you can start creating a plan on where you want your money to go. Another major thing that you need to do, whether you are single or in a relationship or married, is to understand your financial goals. Because creating a budget is about creating a pathway to get from today to get to where you want to go in the future. So you need to be able to sit down by yourself as a couple, whatever your situation is, and know where you want to go. Do you want to save up for a house deposit? Do you want to own a bigger car at some point in the future? Do you want to move towns? Do you want to increase your income? This is what you need to know. For example, one of our financial goals is in 4 years to take our whole family of 8 children, 2 adults, on a holiday to America, to Disneyland. And I know you're thinking that's going to be expensive, but that is what one of our financial goals is to give our children an experience in life. And nothing says experience like taking them to the most magical place on earth. But this is what I'm talking about. You need to know what your goals are, whether it's a holiday like us, whether it's putting a deposit down for a house, doing the renos that you want. Sit down, work it out, have a plan to get there. The next thing is to think of your budget as a zero-based budget. Have you heard of this before? If you haven't, this is what it means. It means that you have designated every single cent of your budget to go into one category or another. It all has a place to go. You are taking that control back and knowing where every single cent goes. So whether it goes on expenses or whether you go put it into savings, whether you're doing it for food, hair, makeup, you know, you need to know where every single cent goes. So have a plan of where you want it to go. And this can be broken down into those categories that we worked out before. You also need to get your spouse, if you're in a relationship, involved in budgeting. It is something you need to do. You cannot come up with a financial plan or a budget by yourself if you are in a couple. And I know sometimes they're like pulling teeth, but there is a trick to it, and it's just about being open, because most couples fight about money. And if you both want to stop fighting about money, you need to understand your financial situation. Have a budget that you both agree on, have a plan for the future, and then you can work together as a team. You also need to have regular check-ins when you are doing a budget, because budgets take 3 months to actually become a habit, and you need to check in, whether you check in weekly, track your spending. And yes, I know it sounds like a pain, but you need to do it to stay on track. There are lots of Facebook groups available for you to go into. You just have to find one. There's Instagram hashtags you can look up, like the debt-free community or frugal living. Anything you want, you can probably find it. There is a world to be involved, to get tips and help right there on social media. All you have to do is find it. Another big reason if you want to be able to stick to a budget is to understand your why, because if you don't have a reason that is solid to know why you were doing this, then you're just not going to win at this. Your why is your motivation, whether it's because you want to give a secure future for your children, or you want to take them and give them experiences, or for yourself, if you just want to live a better life, one that you feel like you deserve and always dream of, then it starts with budgeting. And those are my basic tips. There is a whole lot more to budgeting, but it is a continual thing. It's not something you can just do, set and forget. You are going to learn. You need to be realistic in your budgeting. You need to adjust your numbers so that you can be a working budget, because there's no point in budgeting to spend $300 a week on groceries when you spend $500 a week. It's not realistic. So you need to actually come up with numbers in your budget that suit you, and doing a budget is one of the most personal things that you can ever do in your life, because no one has the same budget as you do. Like I said, budgeting takes time. It's not a do it now, set and forget sort of thing. You've got to be able to track it. You've got to be able to stay motivated in your reasons, which is why you need financial goals. And most of all, you and your spouse, if you are in a relationship, need to work together as a team if you want to reach where you want to go in the future. Well, that is all for this video. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to put in suggestions for another money related video, leave it down in the description. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any videos in the future. And I will see you next time, guys.